She told me I wasn't worth loving. Not in those exact words, but when your girlfriend of 8 months breaks up with you over text while you're buying her favorite coffee, the message comes through clear enough. I stared at the screen. The barista called my name twice before I heard her. Third breakup in 2 years. Maybe she was right. I walked across campus with 2 coffees in my hands. One I'd never deliver, one going cold in my grip. The autumn air bit at my skin, but I barely felt it. Students rushed past laughing, living, whole. I felt like a ghost drifting through their world. My name is Minji Park, 22, English literature major, and apparently completely unlovable. The lecture hall loomed ahead. I wasn't supposed to be here. I'd switched out of this class last week. Too early, too hard, too much. But my advisor made me switch back. Professor Choy doesn't give extensions, she'd warned, and she doesn't tolerate weakness. But if you survive her class, you'll actually learn something. Great. Exactly what I needed. Another person to disappoint. I slipped into the back row, just as the clock struck 9. The hall was packed. Over 100 students, all silent, all waiting. The air felt different here. Tense, expectant. Then she walked in, Professor Choy Seo-yeon. I'd heard the rumors, Ice Queen, untouchable, brilliant but brutal. She'd made 3 students cry last semester, just by reading their essays aloud, but no one mentioned she'd look like that. Tall, elegant, mid-30s maybe. Hair pulled back so severely it looked painful. Charcoal blazer, white blouse, buttoned to her throat. Black slacks that probably cost more than my tuition. Everything about her screamed control. She set her leather bag on the desk without looking at any of us. "Close your laptops." Her voice cut through the silence like glass. Everyone obeyed. She turned, and for the first time I saw her face fully. Sharp cheekbones, pale skin, eyes so dark they looked black, beautiful, in a way that made you want to look away. But I couldn't. "Literature," she said, walking slowly between the rows, "is not about what you think it means. It's about what you're afraid it means." Her heels clicked against the floor. Steady, commanding. "If you're here for an easy A, leave now." No one moved. "If you're here because you think reading novels is fun, you're in the wrong place." She stopped at the front, hands clasped behind her back. "This class will break you open. It will force you to see parts of yourself you've been hiding. And if you can't handle that..." Her gaze swept the room. "Then you don't belong here." My chest tightened. She moved again, pacing like a predator. "Your first assignment is due Friday. 1,000 words on why you're afraid to be honest." Murmurs rippled through the room. "Not honest with others," she continued, voice dropping lower. "Honest with yourself." Her eyes landed on me. I froze. She didn't look away. The room blurred. The noise faded. It was just her, staring at me like she could see straight through my skin into every broken piece I'd been trying to hide. My pulse hammered in my ears. Then she turned, dismissing me as quickly as she'd found me. Class dismissed. Everyone scrambled to leave. I sat there, fingers numb around the cold coffee cup. What just happened? I forced myself to stand, to move, to breathe. But as I reached the door, her voice stopped me cold. "Miss Park." I turned. The hall was empty now, just her, standing by her desk, eyes fixed on me. "You switched into my class today." It wasn't a question. "Yes, Professor." "Why?" I hesitated. "My advisor said..." "I didn't ask what your advisor said. I asked why you're here." The weight of her gaze pressed against my chest. "I don't know," I admitted. Something flickered in her expression. too fast to read. That's the first honest thing I've heard all day. She stepped closer, not much. Just enough that I could smell her perfume. Something dark and expensive. Vetiver, maybe. Leather. You look like someone who's been running from something. My throat tightened. I'm not. Everyone runs, Minji. Her voice softened, just slightly. The question is whether you're brave enough to stop. She said my name like she'd been saying it for years. I couldn't breathe. Office hours are Thursdays at 7. She turned back to her desk, dismissing me again. Don't be late. I left before my legs gave out. The hallway was too bright, too loud. I leaned against the wall, heart racing, hands shaken. What was that? I didn't know her. She didn't know me. But the way she looked at me, like she saw everything I was trying to hide, like she knew exactly how broken I was. And worse, like she wanted to see more. I pushed off the wall and walked toward the exit, coffee still in my hand, mind spinning. I should drop this class. I should run. But Thursday at 7, I knew exactly where I'd be. My phone buzzed. A text, unknown number. I opened it. After one taste, Minji, you'll want more. My blood went cold. I looked back down the hallway. Empty, but I could still feel her eyes on me. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. I stared at the text again, the words blurred, unknown number, impossible to trace. After one taste, Minji, you'll want more. It had to be a prank, a mistake, someone with the wrong number, except she'd used my name. And those words, they felt like hers, that cold, deliberate precision. I deleted the message, blocked the number, tried to forget. I couldn't. Thursday came too fast. I told myself I wouldn't go. I had no reason to see her outside of class. No questions about the assignment, no academic emergencies. But at 6:45, I was standing outside her office door. The hallway was empty. Most professors had gone home. The building felt hollow, every sound echoing too loud. I raised my hand to knock. The door opened before I touched it. She stood there, blazer gone, sleeves rolled to her elbows. Hair still perfect, eyes unreadable. You're early. My voice caught. I wasn't sure if... Come in. She stepped aside. I walked past her, too aware of the space between us, too aware of how small her office suddenly felt. Books lined every wall, a single desk, 2 chairs, a window overlooking the dark quad below. She closed the door. The click sounded final. Sit. I sat. She didn't. She leaned against her desk, arms crossed, studying me like I was something she was trying to solve. Did you bring your assignment? I nodded, pulling the printed pages from my bag. My hands still shook. She took them. Her fingers brushed mine. For half a second, everything stopped. Then she moved away, flipping through the pages without reading them. Why are you really here, Minji? You told me to come. I tell a lot of students to come to office hours. Most don't. I look down. Maybe I need help. With what? The assignment. Liar. My head snapped up. She was watching me again. That same piercing look from class, like she could peel back every layer I'd built and see the raw, bleeding truth underneath. You wrote 1,200 words, she said quietly. All of it honest, painful, real. She set the papers down. You don't need help with the assignment. Then why did you... Because I wanted to see if you'd come. The air left my lungs. She pushed off the desk, moving closer. Not touching. Just close enough that I had to tilt my head back to meet her eyes. You've been hurt. Her voice dropped lower, softer. Recently, it wasn't a question. How did you... Because you look at people like you're waiting for them to leave. Something cracked inside my chest. Everyone does leave, I whispered. I know. 2 words. But the way she said them, like she understood. Like she'd been left too. Professor, Seoyeon? I blinked. What? When we're alone, call me Seoyeon. This was wrong. Crossing a line I couldn't uncross. But I did move. Neither did she. Why did you text me? The words spilled out before I could stop them. Her expression didn't change. I didn't. Someone did. From an unknown number. They said, what did they say? I couldn't repeat it. Not here, not to her face. But she already knew. After one taste, she murmured, you'll want more. My heart stopped. That's what I said to you. In class. The first day. She tilted her head slightly. You weren't listening. You were too busy drowning. I don't understand. You will. She reached out, slowly, giving me time to pull away. I didn't. Her fingers touched my jaw, light, barely there, but I felt it everywhere. Tell me to stop, she whispered. I should have. Every rational part of me screamed to stand up, walk out, report this. But rational left the moment she touched me. I can't. Her thumb traced my cheekbone. My breath hitched. This is dangerous, she said softly. I know. If anyone finds out, I know. You should leave. I know. But I leaned into her touch instead. Her eyes darkened. Something shifted in her expression. Control slipping, just for a second. Then she pulled back. Cold air rushed between us. Go home, Minji. But now. Her voice turned sharp again. Distant. The professor mask, sliding back into place. I stood on shaking legs, grabbed my bag, moved toward the door. My hand touched the handle. Minji. I turned. She was still standing by the desk, arms crossed again, walls rebuilt. But her eyes, they burned. Don't come back here. My chest tightened. What? Office hours are cancelled. For you. Permanently. Pain sliced through me. Sharp and sudden. Did I do something wrong? No. Her jaw clenched. That's the problem. I didn't understand. But I didn't get a chance to ask. Leave. So I did. I walked down the empty hallway, down the stairs, out into the freezing night. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. Again. I opened it. Tomorrow, midnight. The library's 3rd floor. Come alone. Then another message. And Minji, wear something you don't mind ruining. She didn't look at me in class. Not once. I sat in my usual spot, back row, watching her teach like nothing had happened, like she hadn't kissed me in a dark library, like her lips hadn't burned against mine. She was perfect again. Hair pulled back, blazer buttoned, voice steady and cold. Professor Choy, untouchable, but I'd felt her shake. Miss Park. My head snapped up. Everyone turned to stare. She stood at the front, expression blank. Your analysis of the reading? I hadn't done the reading. You didn't prepare. No, Professor. Something flickered in her eyes. Too fast to catch. See me after class? Whispers rippled through the room. I sank lower in my seat. The next hour crawled. Every second felt like drowning. Finally, the clock hit 10. Students filed out, throwing curious glances my way. Then we were alone. She gathered her papers slowly, deliberately, not looking at me. Close the door. I did. The click echoed too loud. She still didn't look up. You're failing. What? Your last 2 assignments, incomplete. Your participation, non-existent. Now she looked at me. At this rate, you won't pass. Are you serious? Do I look like I'm joking? No. She looked like ice. This is because of what happened, I said quietly. This is because you stopped trying. I stopped trying? You told me to stay away from you. And you should have listened. Then why did you kiss me? Her jaw clenched. Mistake. The word hit like a slap. That's all it was? A mistake? Yes. I stepped closer. Liar. Excuse me. You're lying. I can see it. What you see is irrelevant. Then why are your hands shaking? She looked down. Her fingers trembled against the desk. She curled them into fists. Get out. No. I'm not asking, Miss Park. And I'm not leaving until you tell me the truth. The truth? She laughed. Sharp, bitter. You want the truth? Fine. You're a student. I'm your professor. What happened was inappropriate, unethical, and will never happen again. Is that clear enough? Why? Because I said so. That's not a reason. It's the only one you're getting. I moved closer. She took a step back. You're afraid, I said. I'm realistic. No, you're scared. Of this. Of me. Don't flatter yourself. Then prove it. Look me in the eye and tell me you don't feel anything. She met my gaze. Held it. I don't feel anything. But her voice wavered. I reached for her hand. She didn't pull away. Liar, I whispered. Minji, you said my name. I didn't. You did. Just now. Not Miss Park. Minji. Her breath hitched. I laced our fingers together. Her hand was cold. Tell me you don't want this, I said softly. Tell me you don't think about that night. About how it felt. It doesn't matter what I want. Why not? Because wanting things I can't have is how I destroy everything. The confession broke something open. What does that mean? She pulled her hand away, turned toward the window. I had someone once, another student, years ago. Her voice went hollow. I thought I could control it, keep it secret, make it work. My stomach dropped. What happened? She got hurt. Because of me. Because I was selfish enough to think I could have something beautiful without consequences. That wasn't your fault. It was entirely my fault. She turned back, eyes wet. I ruined her life, her reputation, her future, all because I couldn't stay away. I'm not her. No, you're worse. What? Because with her, I hesitated. With you, her voice cracked. I didn't even try to resist. The air between us felt heavy, fragile. Maybe that means something, I said. It means I'm weak. Or maybe it means you're human. She shook her head. I can't do this again. I won't. So what? We just pretend nothing happened? Yes. I don't know how to do that. Learn. She grabbed her bag, moved toward the door. I blocked her path. Move, Minji. No. I'm not asking. Neither am I. We stood inches apart. Her chest rose and fell too fast. What do you want from me? She whispered. The truth, just once. Do you want me? Silence stretched. Endless. Then, yes. One word. But it shattered everything. I want you so badly I can't breathe, she continued. I want to know every scar, every fear, every piece of you that you think is too broken to love. Her hand rose, hovering near my face. But wanting isn't enough. It never is. It could be. No, it couldn't. Her phone buzzed. She glanced at it. Her face went pale. What is it? Nothing. I have to go. Seo Yon, don't follow me. She pushed past me, out the door, gone. I stood there, heart pounding, mind racing. Her phone buzzed again. She'd left it on the desk. I shouldn't look. But I did. A text. From someone named Ji-won. I know about the student. We need to talk. Now. I grabbed her phone and ran. She was already halfway across the quad, walking fast, head down. Seo-yeon! She spun, saw what I was holding. Her eyes went wide. Give me that. Who's Ji-won? That's none of your... Someone knows about us. She closed the distance in seconds, snatched the phone from my hand, read the message. Her face went from pale to grey. How much did you see? Just that. Who is she? Colleague, department head. She typed something fast. This is bad. What do we do? We? She looked at me sharply. There is no we. There never was. You just said you wanted me. I said a lot of things I shouldn't have. She hit send. Go home, Minji. Forget this. Forget me. I can't. You have to. Her phone rang. She answered immediately. Ji-won, I can explain. She listened. Her expression darkened. No. That's not... More listening. Fine, I'll be there in 10. She hung up. I have to go. Let me come with you. Absolutely not. If this is about me, I should... This is about me being reckless and stupid. You don't need to be there for that. Please. Something in my voice made her pause. Why do you care so much? Because you're not the only one who wants this. She stared at me, long and hard. Then, stay close. Don't speak unless spoken to, and for the love of God, don't touch me. We walked in silence to the administration building. Each step felt heavier than the last. Ji-won's office was on the 3rd floor. Corner suite. Too big, too nice. Seo-yeon knocked. Come in. We entered. Ji-won sat behind her desk. Mid-40s, sharp suit, sharper eyes. She looked at me, then at Seo-yeon. You brought her. She followed me. I see. Ji-won gestured to the chairs. Sit. We sat. Ji-won leaned back, fingers steepled. Miss Park, is it? I nodded. Do you know why you're here? I glanced at Seo-yeon. She gave the tiniest shake of her head. No, ma'am. Interesting. Because I received a very concerning email this morning. Anonymous. Claiming that Professor Choy has been engaging in inappropriate conduct with a student. Her eyes bored into me. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? My mouth went dry. No. No. She pulled out her phone, turned it to face us. Then perhaps you can explain this photograph. The screen showed 2 figures in shadow. Between library shelves. Close. Too close. My heart stopped. That could be anyone, Seo-yeon said calmly. Could be. Except the timestamp matches the night security reported suspicious activity in the library. Ji-won smiled, cold. And the angle suggests it was taken from the east stairwell, the one only faculty have access to. Silence. So I'll ask again. Is there something you'd like to tell me? Seo-yeon's hand found mine, under the desk, squeezed once, then let go. It's not what it looks like, she said. Really? Because it looks like you were kissing a student. I was comforting her. She was having a panic attack. Ji-won raised an eyebrow. Comforting? Yes. In the dark, in a closed library, at midnight. She called me, in crisis. I responded as any professor would. By kissing her? I didn't kiss her. The photo suggests otherwise. The photo is misleading. Ji-won turned to me. Miss Park, what's your version? I opened my mouth. Closed it. Seo-yeon's career, my education, everything balanced on this moment. She's telling the truth, I said. I was having a panic attack. She helped me. That's all. That's all. Yes, ma'am. Ji-won studied us both. The silence stretched unbearably. Finally. I want to believe you, I really do. Seo-yeon is one of our best professors. But she set her phone down. This isn't the first time concerns have been raised. Seo-yeon went rigid beside me. What do you mean? I asked. I mean Professor Choy has a history. A student, 5 years ago. It ended badly. That was different, Seo-yeon said tightly. Was it? Because from where I'm sitting, it looks exactly the same. You don't know what you're talking about? Then enlighten me. Seo-yeon stood. I don't have to explain myself to you. Actually, you do. I'm launching a formal investigation, effective immediately. On what grounds? On the grounds that I have photographic evidence and witness testimony suggesting ethical violations. Witness testimony. Who? The door opened. A woman walked in, late 20s. Beautiful, familiar somehow. She looked at Seo-yeon and smiled. Hello, Professor. Long time no see. Seo-yeon's face drained of color. Hana. The air turned to ice. Hannah. The name hung between us like a blade. She looked at me with something close to pity. So you're the new one? My stomach twisted. What? Don't. Seo-yeon's voice cut like broken glass. Don't do this. Do what? Tell the truth? Hannah stepped further into the room. Or are we still pretending you're a good person? Ji-won stood. Miss Kang, please. You asked for testimony. Here I am. Hannah's eyes never left Seo-yeon. 5 years ago, I was exactly where she is, broken, lost, and Professor Choy promised to fix me. Hannah. She said I was special, different. That what we had was real. Each word landed like a fist. It was real, Seo-yeon said quietly. Was it? Then why did you disappear the moment things got hard? Because I was trying to protect you. You were protecting yourself. Hannah's voice shook. I got expelled, Seo-yeon. My scholarship revoked. My family disowned me. And you... She laughed bitterly. You kept your job, your reputation, everything. I looked at Seo-yeon. Her face was white, hands trembling. That's not how it happened, she whispered. No? Then tell her. Tell her what really happened. Silence. Hannah turned to me. She won't. Because the truth makes her the villain. Stop, Seo-yeon said. Why? Afraid she'll see who you really are? I said stop. Make me. The tension snapped. Seo-yeon moved forward. Ji-won stepped between them. Enough, both of you. She looked at Hannah. Thank you for coming. We'll be in touch. I'm not done. Yes, you are. Hannah's jaw clenched. She looked at me one last time. Run, before she ruins you too. Then she left. The door closed. The silence was deafening. Ji-won sat down slowly. Professor Choy, I think you should take a leave of absence, effective immediately. You're suspending me. I'm protecting the university, and you. I don't need protection. Clearly, you do. Ji-won's gaze softened slightly. Go home. Let the investigation proceed. If you're innocent, it'll prove itself. And if I'm not, then you'll face the consequences. Seo-yeon stood, grabbed her bag, looked at me. Don't follow me this time. But I did anyway. I caught up with her in the parking lot. Rain had started, cold, cutting. Wait. She didn't stop. Please. She spun. What do you want, Minji? An explanation? An apology? Some proof that I'm not the monster she made me out to be? I want the truth. The truth is ugly. I don't care. You should. Rain soaked through my clothes. I didn't move. Tell me what happened. With Hana. Why? So you can judge me too? So I can understand. She laughed. Hollow, broken. You want to understand? Fine. She stepped closer. I fell in love with a student. I thought I could keep it secret. I was wrong. Someone found out, reported us. The university gave her a choice: leave quietly and keep her scholarship, or fight and lose everything. What did she choose? She chose to fight. For me. For us. Seo-yeon's voice cracked. And she lost everything. Just like Hana said, that wasn't your fault. It was entirely my fault. I should have ended it. Should have been strong enough to walk away. But I was selfish. And she paid the price. What happened after? She begged me to run away with her. Start over somewhere new. Seo-yeon looked away. I said no. Why? Because I was afraid of losing my career, my reputation, my safe, controlled life. She met my eyes. So I let her go. And I've regretted it every day since. The rain fell harder. Is that why you pushed me away? I asked. Yes. Because you're afraid of making the same mistake. Because I'm afraid of being exactly who I am. Someone who destroys everything she touches. I moved closer. You're not. Don't. Don't make excuses for me. I don't deserve them. Everyone deserves. Not me. Her voice broke. I'm poison, Minji. Everything Hana said was true. I use people. I take what I want and leave them broken. I don't believe that. Then you're a fool. Maybe. But I'm a fool who's still standing here. She stared at me. Water dripped from her hair. Mascara smudged beneath her eyes. She looked real. Raw. Human. Why? She whispered. Why do you keep coming back? Because someone has to show you you're worth staying for. Something shattered in her expression. She pulled me close, kissed me hard, desperate, like drowning. I kissed her back just as fiercely. Rain poured, thunder cracked. We broke apart, gasping. This is insane, she breathed. I know. We'll both get hurt. I know. Then why? My phone rang. I ignored it. It rang again. Seo-yeon pulled back. Answer it. I did. Hello? Miss Park, this is campus security. We need you to come to the library immediately. Why? There's been an incident. Someone broke into Professor Choy's office. My blood went cold. What kind of incident? Just come, now. The line went dead. I looked at Seo-yeon. Someone broke into your office. Her face went white. No. What? My laptop. My files. She grabbed my hand. Everything about us is in there. We ran. Rain blurred everything. Campus lights bled into darkness. My lungs burned, but I didn't slow down. Seo-yeon's hand gripped mine so tight it hurt. The library loomed ahead. Police cars, flashing lights, yellow tape. We pushed through the growing crowd of students. A security guard stopped us. This area's restricted. That's my office, Seo-yeon said. He looked at his clipboard. Professor Choy? Yes. Detectives waiting inside. We ducked under the tape, climbed the stairs. Each step felt like walking toward an execution. Her office door hung open, splintered, broken. Inside was chaos. Books torn from shelves, papers scattered, desk drawers emptied onto the floor, and spray painted across the wall in red, liar, predator, monster. Seo-yeon stopped breathing. A woman in a blazer turned, detective badge on her belt. Professor Choy, I'm Detective Han. We need to ask you some questions. But Seo-yeon wasn't listening. She moved toward her desk like a ghost. The laptop was gone. No. Her voice broke. No. Professor, we need you to tell us what's missing. Everything. She turned to the detective. Everything is missing. What was on the laptop? Seo-yeon looked at me. Her eyes screamed. Student files, she said carefully. Grades. Research. Just academic material? Yes. The detective didn't believe her. I could see it. We'll need a complete inventory, and we'll need to know if you have any idea who might. I know exactly who did this. Everyone turned to look at me. Miss Park, Seo-yeon warned. It was Hana, I said. It had to be. Detective Han pulled out a notepad. Hana who? Kang Hana, former student. She showed up today making accusations. That's enough, Minji. She threatened you. I said that's enough. Seo-yeon's voice cut through the room. Final, absolute. The detective looked between us. You two know each other well? She's my student, Seo-yeon said flatly. And you brought her to a crime scene because she was with me when I got the call. I see. The detective's eyes narrowed. And where were you both before that? My apartment, I lied smoothly, working on my thesis. At 9 p.m.? I have a deadline. The detective studied me. I didn't flinch. All right, we'll need formal statements from both of you. Tomorrow, downtown. She handed Seo-yeon a card. In the meantime, don't touch anything. This is a crime scene. We left, walked in silence to the parking lot. Seo-yeon unlocked her car, got in. I slid into the passenger seat without asking. She gripped the steering wheel, knuckles white. Everything I wrote about us, every thought, every moment. Her voice shook. It's all on that laptop. We'll get it back. You don't understand. If that gets out, she looked at me, they'll destroy me. And you. Your name is in there. Your picture. Everything. My stomach dropped. What? I kept a journal about you. About how you made me feel. How I couldn't stop thinking about you even when I tried. She laughed bitterly. Stupid. So stupid. It's not stupid. It's evidence, Minji. Proof of everything they're accusing me of. Silence filled the car. Heavy, suffocating. We have to find Hannah, I said. And say what? Give it back, please. Maybe she just wants to scare you. She wants to ruin me. And she will. Then we fight back. There's no fight in this. Yes, there is. I grabbed her hand. We tell the truth, all of it. Before she can twist it into something ugly. The truth is ugly, Minji. That's the problem. No, the truth is that you fell for someone you shouldn't have. And you tried to fight it, and you failed. I squeezed her fingers. That's not predatory. That's human. The university won't see it that way. Then we don't give them a choice. She looked at me. Really looked. Why are you doing this? Because I'm falling for you too. And I'm tired of running from it. The confession hung between us. You don't know what you're saying. Yes, I do. I'm saying I don't care about the consequences anymore. I care about you. Minji, I'm saying I want this. Whatever this is. Rules and risks and all. Her breath caught. You're going to regret this. Probably. But I'd regret walking away more. Something broke in her eyes. Control finally shattering. She pulled me across the console, kissed me hard, hungry, like she'd been starving. I climbed into her lap. She gasped against my mouth. We can't, she breathed. Not here. Then take me somewhere we can. Her eyes darkened. Are you sure? I've never been more sure of anything. She started the car. We drove in, charged silence. Every red light felt like torture. Every turn brought us closer. Finally, we pulled up to a small house. Quiet neighborhood. Dark windows. My place, she said. We got out. She fumbled with her keys. I pressed against her back. Minji, hurry. The door opened. We fell inside. She pinned me against the wall, hands in my hair, lips on my neck. Last chance, she whispered. We crossed this line. There's no going back. Good. She lifted me. I wrapped my legs around her waist. She carried me down a hallway, into a bedroom, laid me on the bed like something precious. I want to know you, she breathed. Every scar, every secret, everything. Then know me. She did. Hours blurred. Rain drummed against windows, skin against skin. Whispered confessions in the dark. She traced the faded marks on my wrists, self-inflicted, years old. Who hurt you? She asked softly. I did. Why? Because I thought I deserved it. She kissed each scar. You deserve everything beautiful. I pulled her closer. So do you. We fell asleep tangled together. Safe, whole. For the first time in years, I didn't have nightmares. I woke to sunlight, empty bed, cold sheets, panic spiked. Seoyeon? No answer. I got up, found my clothes, dressed quickly. The house was silent. I found her in the kitchen, fully dressed, staring at her phone. What's wrong? She turned the screen toward me. An email, from an unknown address. The subject line read, Watch. Below was a video file. She hit play. The footage was grainy, night vision, but clear enough. Us, in the library, kissing. Different angle than the photo. More explicit. Undeniable. The timestamp showed last night, after we'd left Jiwon's office. Someone was following us, I whispered. The video ended. Another email came through. You have 24 hours, resign, or this goes public. Seoyeon's hand shook. Her phone rang, unknown number. She answered on speaker. Hello, Professor. Hana's voice filled the kitchen. Did you like my gift? Seoyeon's face went cold. What do you want? What I've always wanted. Justice. This isn't justice. It's revenge. Call it whatever helps you sleep at night. Hannah's voice dripped poison. You ruined my life. Now I'm returning the favor. I never meant to hurt you. But you did. You made me believe you loved me. Then you threw me away like garbage. That's not what happened. Isn't it? You chose your career over me. Your reputation over us. And now you're doing the exact same thing with her. I stepped closer to the phone. You don't know anything about us? Don't I? Let me guess. She makes you feel special. Seen. Like you're the only person in the world who matters. Hannah laughed. She said the same things to me. Word for word. My stomach turned. I looked at Seoyeon. She wouldn't meet my eyes. That's different, Seoyeon said quietly. How? How is this different? Because I'm trying to protect her by sleeping with her? By risking everything she's worked for? That's protection. Silence. You're a predator, Seoyeon. You prey on broken girls and make them think they're special. But they're not. They're just convenient. Stop, Seoyeon whispered. Make me. Oh wait, you can't. Because I have proof. Video, photos, your pathetic journal entries, all of it. What do you want? I want you to feel what I felt. Exposed, humiliated, destroyed. So destroy me, but leave her out of it. Why? She's part of this now. She made her choice. She's innocent. So was I. The line went dead. Seoyeon set the phone down carefully. Too carefully. Is it true? I asked. Is what true? What she said. About making her feel special. Did you say the same things to her? Minji. Did you? She closed her eyes. Some of them. Yes. The floor dropped out from under me. So this, us, is just a pattern for you? No. Then what is it? Because from where I'm standing, it looks exactly like what happened with her. It's not the same. Why? Because you love me more? Or because this time you'll actually fight for us? She flinched. That's what I thought. I moved toward the door. Don't. She grabbed my arm. please, let me explain. Explain what? That I'm just another broken girl you couldn't resist? That you'll protect me right up until it costs you something real? That's not fair. Fair? I laughed. Bitter. You want to talk about fair? I trusted you. I believed you when you said I was different. You are different. How? Tell me how I'm different from Hana. She opened her mouth, closed it. Nothing. That's what I thought, I said again. I pulled free, walked to the door. Minji, wait. No, I'm done waiting for you to choose me, to fight for this, to prove I'm worth the risk. I turned. You know what the saddest part is? I would have given up everything for you, my degree, my future, all of it. And you won't even give up your reputation. It's not that simple. It is that simple. You're just too afraid to admit it. You're right. The confession stopped me cold. What? You're right, I am afraid, terrified actually. She stepped closer. Because loving you feels like standing on the edge of a cliff. One wrong move, and I lose everything. So you'd rather lose me? I'd rather lose myself than watch you get destroyed because of me. That's not your choice to make. Yes, it is. I'm the professor. You're the student. This entire situation exists because I couldn't control myself. Stop treating me like a victim. You are a victim of my selfishness, my weakness. Her voice broke. Hana was right. I prey on broken girls because they're the only ones who don't see how empty I am. That's not true, isn't it? Look at us. You were heartbroken, vulnerable, and I took advantage. I wanted this. You wanted to feel loved, and I used that, just like I used Hana. Tears burned my eyes. Don't do this. Do what? Push me away by making yourself the villain. I'm not making myself anything. I'm just finally being honest. No, you're being a coward. She flinched like I'd slapped her. You want honesty? Fine. You're scared. Not of losing your job or your reputation. You're scared that if you actually fight for me, I might stay. And then you'd have to believe you're worth loving. Minji, but you don't believe that. So instead, you sabotage everything good before it can prove you wrong. Silence crashed between us. Get out, she whispered. What? Get out. Before I hurt you more than I already have. Seo-yeon, I mean it. Leave, and don't come back. The finality in her voice broke something inside me. I left, walked down her driveway, into the cold morning, alone. My phone buzzed. A text from Hana. 23 hours left. Hope it was worth it. Then a second message. P.S. Check your university email. I opened my email with shaking hands. The subject line read, Academic Integrity Violation. I'd been accused of plagiarism on every assignment I'd turned in to Seo-yeon's class. All evidence pointing to her giving me answers in exchange for sexual favors. My scholarship, my future, everything gone thing. I sat on a bench outside Seo-yeon's house, stared at the email until the words blurred. Plagiarism, sexual misconduct, academic fraud. They'd destroy me, expel me, blacklist me from every university in the country. And Seo-yeon, she'd lose everything too. My phone rang, my mother. I let it go to voicemail. It rang again. This time I answered. Minji, where are you? The university called. They said, her voice cracked. They said you cheated. That you've been sleeping with a professor for grades. My chest tightened. Mom, tell me it's not true, please. I couldn't. Minji. Panic bled through. Answer me. It's complicated. Did you sleep with your professor, yes or no? Silence. Oh, God. She started crying. How could you? After everything we sacrificed to get you there, I love her. The words came out before I could stop them. What? I love her, Mom, and she loves me. And yes, it's wrong and complicated and probably the stupidest thing I've ever done. But it's real. Real? Her voice turned sharp. Real doesn't pay for your destroyed future. Real doesn't fix your ruined reputation. I know, do you? Because from where I'm standing, you threw away everything for someone who won't even fight for you. The truth of it cut deep. She's trying to protect me. By letting you take the fall alone, that's not protection, that's cowardice. I closed my eyes. I have to go. Minji, I hung up, sat there in the cold, alone, broken. My phone buzzed again. A message from Seoyeon. I'm sorry. That was it. 2 words. Like they could fix everything. I didn't respond. Instead, I called Hana. She answered on the first ring. Change your mind about your precious professor. What do you want from me? Nothing. You're just collateral damage. Then why include me in the accusations? Because she cares about you. Hurting you hurts her more than anything I could do to her directly. You're insane. I'm broken, thanks to her. Now you get to be broken too. Poetic, really. This won't fix what happened to you. No. But it'll feel good watching her suffer. The line went dead. I sat there, mind racing. I could run, disappear, start over somewhere new, or I could fight. I stood, walked back to Seoyeon's door, knocked. She answered, eyes red, face blotchy. Minji, I'm not leaving. You have to. No, I don't. You want to push me away? Fine. But I'm not going quietly. They'll destroy you. They're already destroying me. At least this way, I go down fighting. For what? For you, for us, for the truth. The truth won't save us. Maybe not, but lying definitely won't. She stared at me, lost, desperate. I don't know how to fix this. Then we figure it out together. Minji, do you love me? The question hung between us. Answer me. Do you love me? Yes. Her voice broke. God help me, yes. Then stop trying to protect me and start trusting me. I don't know how. Learn. I grabbed her hand, pulled her close. We have 22 hours. We're going to find that laptop, get your journal back, and end this before Hana destroys us both. How? I don't know yet, but we start by stopping running. For the first time since this started, she didn't pull away. She held on. Okay, 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 we fight. Relief flooded through me. Then my phone rang. Detective Han. I answered. Miss Park? We found the laptop. My heart stopped. Where? In Professor Choy's car, hidden under the passenger seat. No, that's impossible. We're bringing her in for questioning. If she's with you, tell her to turn herself in, now. The line went dead. I looked at Seoyeon. They found the laptop, in your car. Her face went white. That's not possible. I haven't driven anywhere except. She stopped. We both realized at the same time. Last night, I whispered, when we left the crime scene, someone must have. The door burst open. Police flooded in. Choy Seoyeon, you're under arrest for evidence tampering and obstruction of justice. They cuffed her. She looked at me, eyes wide, terrified. Minji, I'll fix this. You have the right to remain silent. They dragged her out. I stood there, frozen, helpless. My phone buzzed. Hannah. Checkmate. I watched them take her away. Red and blue lights painted the street. Neighbors stared, whispered. I stood there until the cars disappeared. Then I ran. Not away, toward. I knew exactly where Hana would be, the coffee shop near campus, her favorite spot. She'd mentioned it once in that meeting with Jiwon. I burst through the door, scanned the room. There, corner table, laptop open, smiling. I walked straight to her. You set her up. Hannah looked up, calm, satisfied. Prove it. The laptop. You planted it in her car. Did I? Or did she steal it herself and get sloppy? She would never... Wouldn't she? She's desperate, cornered. People do stupid things when they're scared. I slammed my hands on the table. What do you want? Really? Because this isn't about justice anymore. You're right. It's about watching her lose everything she chose over me. She didn't choose her career over you. She was terrified. Of what? Loving me? That's supposed to make it better? No, but it makes it human. Hannah's expression cracked. Just slightly. She broke me, she whispered. I know. And I'm sorry, but breaking her won't fix you. It'll feel good, though. Will it? Or will you just be more empty than before? She looked away. You don't understand. I understand perfectly. You loved someone who wasn't brave enough to love you back, and it destroyed you. I sat down. But Seo-yeon isn't the same person she was 5 years ago. People don't change. She changed because of you. Because losing you taught her what cowardice costs. Then why is she making the same mistakes? She's not. This time she's fighting. Or she was. Until you framed her. Hannah's jaw clenched. Give me the real evidence, I said quietly. The proof that she didn't steal that laptop. Why would I do that? Because you're not a monster. You're just hurt. You don't know me. I know what it's like to be thrown away by someone you loved, to watch them choose everything else over you. I leaned forward. But revenge won't fill that hole. It'll just make it bigger. Silence stretched between us. She doesn't deserve you, Hannah finally said. Maybe not, but I'm choosing her anyway. Why? Because love isn't about deserving. It's about choosing, every day, even when it's hard. Hannah stared at me, something shifting behind her eyes. If I help you, she gets away with everything. No, she gets a chance to make different choices. Better ones. And if she doesn't, then I'll deal with it. But that's my risk to take. More silence. Then Hannah closed her laptop, pulled out her phone. There's a security camera across from the library. Private building. I accessed the footage. She turned the screen toward me. This shows someone else putting the laptop in her car, while you two were inside the police station. My breath caught. Who? No idea. They wore a hood. But the timestamp proves Seo-yeon didn't do it. Why would you give this to me? Because you're right. Revenge won't fix me. She stood. But maybe letting go will. She forwarded the video to my phone. Tell her... Hannah paused. Tell her I hope she's braver this time. Then she left. I sat there for 10 seconds. Then I called Detective Han. 2 hours later, I stood outside the police station. Seo-yeon walked out, free, cleared. She saw me, stopped. We stared at each other across the parking lot. Then she ran, crashed into me, arms around me, face buried in my neck. You came, she breathed. I told you, I'm not leaving. She pulled back, eyes wet. Hannah gave you the video. Yeah. Why? Because I asked, and because she's ready to heal. Seo-yeon's throat worked. I don't deserve this, any of this. Stop saying that. It's true. No, it's the excuse. I cupped her face. You made mistakes. You hurt people, but you're not irredeemable. Minji, I love you, messy, flawed, terrified, all of it. Her breath hitched. You shouldn't. I know, but I do anyway. She kissed me, soft, trembling. Like I was something precious she was afraid to break. We broke apart, foreheads together. "What happens now?" she whispered. "Now you resign." She pulled back. "What?" "You heard me. You resign from the university, effective immediately. Minji, you can't teach me anymore. Not ethically. Not while we're—" I took her hand. "So you let me go. As your student. And then? And then you wait for me to graduate. 6 months. That's all. 6 months. 6 months. I finish my degree. You find a new job. Somewhere far from here. And when I graduate..." I smiled. "I follow you. You give up everything here." "I'm not giving up anything. I'm choosing you. Freely. Completely." Tears spilled down her cheeks. "I don't know how to do this. How to be loved without destroying it." Then we learned together. She kissed me again. Deeper. Real. When we pulled apart, she was smiling. Actually smiling. 6 months, she said. 6 months. And after, we build something new, something that's just ours. She held my hand tight. Okay. We stood there, in the parking lot, under streetlights, broken, healing, together. My phone buzzed, a text from an unknown number. I opened it, a video file. I hit play. The footage showed us, right now, in this parking lot, kissing. Different angle. Someone watching. The video stopped. A message appeared. Cute. "But the university board might disagree. Resign by tomorrow, both of you. Or this goes viral." My blood turned to ice. I looked at Seoyeon. Her phone buzzed. Same message. We stared at each other. "Someone's still watching," she whispered. "Who?" "I don't know, but they're not done with us." Another message came through. 6 months. Try 6 minutes. Time to choose, your future or your love. Decide fast. Then a countdown appeared on screen. 5:59, 5:58, 5:57. "What do we do?" I asked. Seoyeon looked at the timer, then at me. Her hand tightened around mine. "We choose us." She pulled out her phone. Started typing. "What are you doing?" "Calling their bluff." She hit send. "I just emailed the university board. Full confession, everything. Our relationship. The timeline, all of it." "Seoyeon, if we're going down, we go down telling the truth. On our terms." My phone exploded with notifications. Hers too. The video was already spreading. Campus social media, local news, everything. "After one taste," she whispered against my ear, "you'll want more." I turned to face her. "Then give me more." She kissed me, right there, in front of everyone, cameras flashing, phones recording, not hiding, not running, choosing. When we pulled apart, she smiled. "Whatever happens next, we face it together." I finished. The countdown hit 0. Our phones went dark. Then, nothing. No more messages, no more threats, just silence. And us, hand in hand, ready for whatever came next. Because after one taste of real love, the kind that costs everything, you don't just want more, you fight for it.